Hi, Terry Michael, the Bible lady. And as you know, we're talking about the first day of the first month in the Hebrew calendar. And I'm looking into where Jesus was on this last day before he was crucified. Where was he on the first day of the first month before he was crucified? And it's important, as we saw in other videos. There's the Noah seeing land for the first time and opening up the doors, and there's the temple being set up, and the Passover was instituted on the first day of the first month. And there's a high probability that Jesus was conceived on the first day of the first month because Mary saw Elizabeth when she was 6 months pregnant. And as we count forward from 6 months in October when Elizabeth was pregnant, when she first conceived, we go forward and it brings it into around the first day of the first month. So I think with all the important things that happened, that yes, this was one more on the list. So there's an amazing event I want to share with you, and that likely took place in 25 AD. That was the beginning of Jesus's ministry. That's when he turned water into wine. And what was that about? Was that about, oh my gosh, we're going to have all this wine? Oh yeah, yummy. But, well, I mean, the guests, they had run out of wine. It was in the middle of the wedding. Yes, it was wonderful that that was provided. But that's not what it was about, because it took place at a wedding, and that we are the bride of Christ. And Jesus was, according to a study I read, he was showing them that the water jars represented the old order of Jewish customs and their laws. So Jesus showed them a new revolutionary concept, that the old order was changed to new wine. And as you know, it's the Last Supper. New wine symbolizes the new covenant of his blood. That's Matthew 9:17. Now, getting back to the last Passover, Jesus entered Jerusalem in the 29th year of the Roman year, and that was the Hebrew 3789, April 3rd in the Roman calendar. And it was the 29th year of Jubilee. And if you don't know about Jubilee, Jubilee was instituted on Yom Kippur, which takes place in October. Remember Zechariah, Elizabeth's husband? He was officiating at Yom Kippur. Now, Jubilee is a year, shows a year full of releasing people from their debts, releasing all slaves, and returning property to those who owned it. That's in Leviticus 25, 1 through 13. Jesus would die on the cross in the 29th year of Jubilee, showing that he released us from the slavery of sin and giving us back the kingdom of heaven, because we lost it. We lost it. So from what I see, this is what after looking into what happened, this is what I see. Jesus entered Bethany, not Jerusalem, on the 1st of Nisan, on the first day of the first month. I want you to look at John 11:55, and it says, and the Jews' Passover was at hand. It was nigh, at hand, close, right? And many went out of the country up to Jerusalem before the Passover to purify themselves. That's what I think Jesus did. Now, did he need to purify himself because of sin? No, because he is holy. But why? Well, this is what I think. Because he had been exposed to a dead body. Oh, yes. You remember Lazarus. Yes. John chapter 11, verses 1 through 45, records the raising of Lazarus in Bethany. According to the law, if a person was exposed to a dead body, they were declared unclean for 7 days. That's in Numbers 9:6. So, regarding the need for purification, this is Wikipedia. Okay. A Jew who is descended from a line of the priestly class known as Cohen is not allowed to intentionally come into contact with a dead body, nor approach too closely to graves within a Jewish cemetery. Oh, okay, well, this happened in a Jewish cemetery, right? So here we have Jesus, born from the tribe of Judah, the kingly tribe of David. So we see that he is a king. What about his priesthood? He is declared as priest and king. And the Apostle Paul says that he testifies he is a priest after the order of Melchizedek. Melchizedek from the Old Testament, Abraham and Genesis, you know? Okay, so that you will find in Psalm 110:4 and Hebrews 7:17. So as we go backward again, Jesus died on the 14th of Nisan. He was anointed on the 8th of Nisan, and that gave him a week plus a day to come to Bethany and engage in the 1 to 6 days for purification after arriving, which is an amazing another thing to do. Okay, I won't go into it. I don't have time. Okay, so he came to Bethany. What's important about Bethany? Oh my gosh, there's a lot that's important, and you'll see.